Good morning, guys. It's another frosty morning, and well, I've got the heating going in here now, so luckily it's starting to warm up a little bit. Now I've got 4 jobs booked in today, potentially 4, maybe 5. It all depends how I get on throughout the day. I'm having a slightly later start. It's about 8:15 now in the morning, and yeah, there's ice on the windscreen. Let me just spin you around because you're kind of on my dashboard at the minute. So I've got ice. I'm just letting that melt a little bit, you know, before we get going out there today. So as I say, I've got 4 jobs and I'm hoping to try and get those done. Some may be mowing, but that's going to be much later on this afternoon once everything's kind of thawed out. It's not a very heavy frost, it's just a light frost, but you know, once that's thawed out, it'd be really good. I just want to talk about something for 2 minutes, and it's kind of going completely off topic. Everything you're about to see today is all garden related. We're back to gardening today, okay guys? But I really want to say something, and I feel like I need to say it. So, emotions. How many times in your life as a man, or even a woman for that matter, have you felt really, really upset, but you've thought, oh, I can't cry, I've got to hold it together, I've got to be brave. I just want to come out here and say it's okay to let your emotions out sometimes. Like, everyone goes through different situations in life. Like, me personally, I don't see my other children as much as I want to. They live with their mum, and then when I don't see them for ages and then I do see them, I'm struggling, I'm fighting back the tears. It's really, really hard. That's just one example, but you might be somebody who's got a sick relative and you're really, really struggling. It's okay to just sit on your own and have a cry. Honestly, it is, because life is tough. You know, we might be struggling for money and, you know, not knowing where the next penny's going to come from. You might be struggling to pay bills or whatever. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with in your life, I just want to come out here as a fellow adult and say, it's okay to cry. Don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed. Don't worry if people call you a wimp, a chicken or whatever. You know, I know people with mental health issues that bottle stuff up and then they break down, and you know, what I'm trying to say is it's okay to let your emotions out sometimes. It's okay. We're all human beings. It's perfectly normal. We're going to have days where we have good days and everything's great, and then there are going to be days where things aren't so great. But just, you know, pull yourself away from what you're doing and just have 5 minutes to just let it all out, mate, because honestly, once you've done that, you will feel so much better. I had that similar thing yesterday. Went and saw my kids yesterday morning. Haven't seen them for a long time. It's the first day back in the UK, and I wanted to go and pick my ladders up off my mate Ollie, and I did that, and then I popped in to see my kids, and yeah, I drove away from there just really upset. Really, really, really upset. They deserve, it's not their fault, but you know, they deserve better than what they've got and where they live. But yeah, basically, don't be afraid to let your emotions out, guys. Like, talk about problems. If you've got something you need to talk about it with someone. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Right, I'm at my first job now. I think what we're going to do first is weed along here, take off some of these dead bits of the cordyline. Same with this one. And then we've got a bed under here. We're going to weed under there, shape up some of these shrubs. So we've got about an hour or so we'll give this a bit of a tidy up. Right, what we're going to do now, guys, is we are going to take off all these dead bits on the bottom here. Hopefully some of them will pull away. If not, just grab my secateurs and just cut them. But for taking the dead bits off, we're going to make it look so much more tidier. We'll just improve the look of the front of the house, actually, doing this, shaping up them shrubs and making the beds look better. Right, so that's all the weeds taken off there now. We've tidied these up, the 2 quarter lines, and taken the big weeds off here, cleaned all around the doorstep, and shaped up these 2 shrubs and pulled out all the weeds. Now there's loads of this loose membrane here. I think that needs personally taken out and redoing, and then some more chip barkings put on top. But I've gone through and taken the worst of the weeds out anyway, and say given these a bit of a haircut. So all in all, that's a good start to the day. Right, job number 2 now, and we have been given our instructions by the client. So this is what we're going to be doing here at job number 2. It's like being abroad again, palm trees, it's lovely, isn't it? Anyway, today's task here is going to be to clear all of this, take these posts out and clear up all the raspberries. Basically, it's just going to be a blank canvas, and she's going to replant other bits and pieces, maybe some other fruit and veg. And I have actually noticed a few other bits that need doing. There's some hellebore leaves that need cutting off, and there's some dead ferns that have gone over, so they need to be cut as well. So keep us busy. Right, so that's that all nice and tidy now, nice and clear. We've dug the roots out with the fork there. All those bits of fence posts and stuff by the fence there, I need to move those and put them somewhere, but that's that bit done. Right, next up we're going to tackle these hellebore leaves. There's a few of them, they're starting to come out in flower now, as you can see, so I'm going to cut these leaves off here, as I've done in other videos, and then there's some ferns and things somewhere down here, the other side of that. And that trellis needs a bit of TLC, so I'm going to tidy that up as well. Right, that's the hellebore leaves cleared. That looks so much better. And I've just sorted the ferns out as well. And as I say, completed this, so good job done. On to the next one. Right, so I'm back at this job today, and if you remember last time I was clearing all that stuff off the fence behind the shed there. We're going to reduce some of this, just take a little bit of height off it, not too much, but just a little bit. Now the one thing that's obviously not clear when I'm doing a time lapse is just how wobbly that ladder is. Right, we've got a couple of stragglers left, so what I'm going to have to do is get the rusty old pruning saw and get through those say last few bits, because they're a bit thick and the loppers won't get through, secateurs won't get through, so it's sawing time. Right, that's the reduction done. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this today, purely because the brown bin's now full. And I've also got to take a huge ton bag of waste, and this is a heavy bag. So, yeah, I haven't got any more room for any waste. So I've cut that. Obviously, I've got nowhere to put the clip in, so that is going to have to wait for another day. But I've thinned it out and I've reduced it. He said it didn't have to be like a perfect shape. It just had to be reduced, like literally that much off the top. But it's all been thinned out and reduced anyway, so it was dodgy as hell because the ladder was really wobbly and the ground's really uneven. I do have to get a tripod ladder. I mean, this is great on flat surfaces, but getting into tight areas like that, I really need something like a tripod. Now, I normally only do 1 hour for this particular customer, but unfortunately I've been here 2 hours, and I've also got a bag of waste, so he was probably expecting a £22.50 bill to pay me this month, but it's actually going to cost him 65 quid, so 45 quid for the 2 hours, and then £20 for a bag of waste as well. So 22.50, 65 quid. It's a little bit more than customers are pretty cool. And I've mentioned numerous times to all of my customers that I charge £20 per tonne bag of waste. Now, as you can see, can't get any more in the bin, and I've had to take the waste away. I mean, what else can I do with it? I can't leave it here. So and it's better for the customer to pay me to take the waste away, because then it's less hassle for them as well. The other thing I try and get people to factor in is, like, when I take my waste away, obviously I've got to drive there in my spare time, so that's my time, that's diesel there, diesel in the van back. That's still effectively another trip that I didn't have to do, so that's wear and tear, more wear and tear on the van on top of its sort of daily use. So all of these things you have to factor in. So actually, when you think about it, 20 quid to take a bag of waste to the tip really isn't exactly like that bad, I don't think. I think it's more than fair, considering we're taking the waste, we wear and tear, we're using fuel, we're using time, and so it's effectively a labour charge. It's all of the above plus a labour charge, so 20 quid's actually dirt cheap. I say taking waste away, taking a bag of waste. If it was 2 tonne bags, it'd be 40, 3, 60, you know, you name it. And then if there's more than that, and it's like a full van load, we just charge £200 a van load. So I'm at my last job of the day now. I say last job, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've got potentially 2 hours here. Anyway, this is what I'm doing at this particular job. As you can see, it's not the biggest job in the world, so what I'm going to do is just cut the grass, trim the edges, trim around these edges, quickly run the hoe through there, pull out any weeds. There's a little bed there by the window, and then into the back. Yeah, into the back. See if there's any obvious weeds around the edge of the building. There might be some weeds along here, down there. It shouldn't be too bad. This is well kept, this garden. Trim the edges, cut the grass. This job here, this small one, was actually every 2 weeks, but as I say, this is one that I'm just going to be doing once a month now until the house is sold. The old lady's gone into a home, bless her. So I'm just going to maintain this garden, keep it nice and tidy for the customer until the house is sold. Well, that's a little tidier, nice and stripy. The circles in the patio stones there are nice and rounded off, so it just smartens it up a bit, doesn't it? Managed to finish work a bit earlier today, and I got the van cleaned up. Look how nice and shiny that is, mate. Honestly, sad, isn't it? But I take great pride in the van and the business, and I think it looks good. Right, guys, I'm wrapping up this video here, and yeah, it's been really good today. I've really enjoyed it. Got lots of work done, as you saw in the video. And listen, if anyone can relate to that message I did at the start of the video, you know, if you need someone to talk to or anything, you know, I'm always here. If you look in the description of the video, there's always links to my social media, like my Facebook and my Instagram. Now, if you follow me on those, you can also private message me. So private message me. If you need to talk, mate, private message me. I'm not just a gardener. I'm here on YouTube and I'm doing my thing as well. And I'm working hard with my business and my family and all that sort of stuff. but I will always make time for people. I'm a people person, I'm a nice guy, and yeah, so as I say, if you can relate to any of that and you just need somebody to talk to or whatever, then please, my door is always open. So anyway, I'm wrapping up this video now. If you are new and you haven't yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. It would mean the world to have you guys tag along. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any questions or anything you want to talk about, again, get them in the comments below. But I'm always here for you guys, all right? So take care, look after yourself, peace out.